No, he's gay as fuck. It's just a terrible outfit. I suppose not all gays can dress. I mean,
I mean, have you looked at me? Hello, and welcome to Incomplete Geeks, a Gay Geeks podcast. I am your co-host, Shady's God of the Underworld, aka John Marks. Over there is your co-host, Cruhola to Phil, aka Nick Baker. Today we are talking about Disney villains, in case you didn't figure that out. How are you today, Nick?
that's way better than mine was going to be. So I'm really glad that you were in charge of this one.
I'm good. I have other ones that weren't so good, but I'm glad I settled on those.
Cruhola to Phil.
To Phil, yep. You are welcome. I am here all evening.
How long did that take you to figure out?
Oh, I was just running through, stupid puns. I had about a half an hour to on my walk back from work today.
Oh, that's again better than my jafarmersonly.com.
Jafarmers Only, still good. We are talking today about the Disney gays, because Disney is gay.
Yes.
This is not a political podcast. We're not talking about what's happening in Florida, but it is very important that it is well known that it's a gay thing. But my question, which I will ask you, is
me or the listener?
How gay is it? You.
How gay is Disney?
Yeah, and has it always been gay?
Yes.
Good. We'll keep that short answer for now, because should we do a bit of geekery of the weekery first?
Oh yeah, because I'm ready to talk about Disney, but
yeah,
before we get into it, because I feel like Disney's a really big topic that everyone has an opinion on, which we will have opinions on.
Yeah.
But before we do that, let's do geekery of the weekery.
We are two white guys with a microphone. We have opinions.
Two white gays with a microphone.
Two white gays. Oh, I forgot about that part as well.
Yeah.
We definitely... Okay.
Two white, middle-aged gays with a microphone. I'm middle-aged.
I'm not middle-aged.
You're only 2 years behind me. How old do you think you're going to live? Let's not go into that. All right. Let's do geekery of the weekery.
Previously on X-Men.
Geekery of the weekery.
At the time of recording, we have, I know we've just talked about...
we just spent like an hour and a half
drunk ranting about Star Wars.
And that was the very, very edited version of
yes.
what we were left with, ranting about Star Wars. So, but...
It was drunk. So I want our listeners to understand the shock that I had when I got a text from you saying, "Did you watch Obi-Wan Kenobi, the new show on Disney Plus?" And I said, "Yes, have you?" And you said, "I didn't hate it."
I did not hate it. After the whole season, I think they did 2 seasons, the Mandalorian, and then about 15 minutes of the Book of Boba Fett.
Did that not take off or something, or what?
Well, that's all I could manage because
it
was so boring.
I haven't seen either of them, actually.
I wouldn't bother, especially after our opinions on the whole franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting it to be anything, but it was a big kind of thing because it was pit against Stranger Things, and they were released on the same day. We're doing press about it at work, so I was like, I'm going to watch one of them, and I don't watch Stranger Things. Like, I've missed all of them, so
sure.
I feel like I could just, I can watch one episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and everyone was saying, well, not everyone, I think maybe like a column in the Daily Express was like, it's kind of the last hope for Star Wars shows because all the others have been pretty bad.
Really? Oh, I didn't realize
it's a really big build. Obviously, the big character coming back, the same actor. A lot of the Obi-Wan Kenobi, You're My Only Hope vibes on this. So I thought, I want to see
It's a double meaning because...
Exactly. And I wanted to see if it was going to deliver. And I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna watch episode 3.
I will.
To find out what happens.
So, spoiler alert, if
yes.
you haven't seen episodes 1 and 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi, the TV show, at the very end of episode 2, we get a glimpse of actually Hayden Christensen as Anakin.
Which shouldn't be too much of a spoiler, seeing as he's on all the press tours for it.
Okay, well, I did this, luckily... Oh, here's why I wanted to watch it, independent of you saying you had watched it. I watched it because I realized that I hadn't seen any promotional footage at all.
No.
Oh no, I do kind of. I remember the thing is when he's on the. I must have seen something that I knew was coming up, and then I just had in the back of my head that this show was existing soon, and I thought, oh, it's my friend of mine said, oh, it's out now. I'm gonna watch it. I'm like, oh, maybe I should just watch it because I'm done with Moon Knight or whatever else. I needed something to fill that lonely Sunday evening that I spend on my own. And I watched it, and I did enjoy it. What I did like about it was that in the very first. Before the show actually starts, there's literally like 4 minutes of previously on, with air quotes, about the first 3 films.
Yeah.
And I was, because I haven't seen a minute of Mandalorian or a minute of Book of Boba Fett, and I've not seen any of the cartoons either, I'm like, am I going to be left out?
Me neither.
Am I going to be left out on this story? But they didn't do it. They kept it about Obi-Wan and his... what happens to him after the end of episode 3.
Yeah.
And I quite like that.
I think they do it quite well because, one of the things I don't like about Star Wars is how I think the majority of it is just fan service. It's just references to the first 3 films that came out rather than any kind of interesting stuff. Whereas because this is positioned in between those 2, the prequels and the originals,
Yeah.
it's a really interesting kind of journey because you get to see, like, Baby Leia
Yeah.
was... adorable. I hate kids.
Okay. I'm the same.
I hate kids and I hate child actors. We don't need kids in shows. They are awful. However, she was adorable and she did a great job. And is that little cute black kid going to be Lando Calrissian, or is that me being racist?
What little black kid?
The little black kid that was hanging out with...
Hanging out with Leia?
No, hanging out with...
Oh, the Kumail Nanjiani's
Thank
character.
you, yeah.
I don't know.
It was so cute too.
Yeah, they were on the planet.
So cute. But is that racist for me just to think that the one black kid is Lando Calrissian?
Yes, of course
Yeah, but
it
the
is.
little one's Leia, so little Leia and little Lando.
Yeah, I also hate child actors, and she's cute, and that's as much as I'm going to give her.
Fair.
She's not rather trained. I'm not buying her
She's a 10-year-old.
choices. Yeah, but whatever.
I feel she held her own where normally they're obnoxious, and
Fair enough.
maybe because she wasn't trying to be cute. Maybe she was trying to be like ballsy and shitty.
Ugh.
But she wasn't trying to be like, oh, look at me. Anyway, let's not.
Yeah, I'm not going to dwell on the child actor thing because it's kind of par for the course when you have a show with young people.
She's also going to be in it a lot, so
Ugh,
you need to kind of.
Well, I don't know.
Get used to
I don't know that. I kind of expected. I was wondering where they were going to go with it because obviously we don't see Obi-Wan interact with Leia in any film. They don't have any scenes together. Well, the only scene they could have had any scenes together was episode 4, and they don't. As far as I know, they don't have any scenes together.
I don't remember episode 4. I'm just thinking of the Family Guy spoof of it, where Mr. Herbert is Obi-Wan. And they may have a bit because if she's asking, "Help me, Obi-Wan, you're my only hope," because my father fought with you in the Clone Wars. That's the line, right?
Yeah, that
that
kicks off the whole franchise.
Thing. But that means she doesn't remember him saving her as a 10-year-old. Then, otherwise, she would have said, "You helped me once before. Help me again." So all of this stuff she won't remember or doesn't realize it's Obi-Wan.
I think it could still fit. I haven't really thought about it, but I think she could still say, "Oh, you're my only hope," and have this history with him. I don't think that "You're my only hope" means that we don't.
No, because she says you held my father during the Clone Wars, which was obviously one of the previous films.
She says that in episode 4?
Again, I'm going off the Family Guy thing.
Right.
Which I've watched so many times I remember it, but I don't remember that. Tweet us at Nick Baker Geek if that's what she says and what your thoughts are. Please.
Until the show gets a Twitter, tweet at Nick.
Yeah, tweet at me because I don't want to make a new Twitter account because I've got like 3 on the run at the moment.
Ew. I mean, I guess fine. I'll get back on Twitter, I suppose. I do have an account, but anyway. So Hayden Christensen at the end of episode 2, and I didn't know it was actually the actor, which I thought, when you bring back some big stars for a TV spin-off of a show, you generally only get like the one. And they got not only him, they got the guy who played the clones to be the homeless guy. I forget his name. The guy, I want to say, was it Jango Fett? The guy who they took the DNA from, and all the clones have the same, they're played by the same actor. And the homeless guy that Obi-Wan sees on the planet, he's like, "Spare if you change." It's like the same actor with like a big old beard.
Huh.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
And they got
Oh yeah, that's cool.
That's about it, I think, actually, that I can think of.
Well, Jimmy Smits is in it.
Oh yeah, and Jimmy Smits. That's the other one I was thinking
That's
of. Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, and they all look about 10 years older too, so it was great.
Well,
and I
little
knew
bit.
just enough to get along with the story, and it does the Easter egg thing right.
Yeah.
In that, for example, it rewards the crazy geeks, but doesn't distract from like.
You can still watch it. It's still a show. You know, Ewan. You know,
Yeah.
space magic pirate war star thing.
Sure, and even things like the two people, the mother and son, who Kumail Nanjiani helps at the beginning, they escaping to Corellia, which, being a geek, I looked it up, and that's where Han Solo comes from. That's where he's from. He's a Corellian.
Huh.
Yeah, little things like that. So I didn't know
Oh,
that
that's
until I looked. Yeah.
good.
So is that kid Han Solo? No, probably not.
I mean,
no.
that's a little
That's a
bit
stretch.
that's a little bit fan service if it's Han, Leia, and Lando just as kids.
It happens to come
in
from the
first
same.
episode. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, guess what? We don't have any other children.
And-
that's cool. I like a little tidbit like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't know unless you looked it
No.
up like a nerdy person like me. Anyway,
So
that's Geeker of the Week, Green.
Geeker of the Week.
Oh, I do want to say
watch it.
before we move on, I am sensing it's tie into our talk about villains. I think because the villains in this show, they're all like aliens. They're all like different in a way, and I think Star Wars does this a lot, where like the bad guy is just different from like your standard human character. Where it's like if it's a
I mean,
an alien,
apart from
the black one.
no,
You mean-
Adam Driver?
Oh yeah, but he was like
Sorry,
yeah. So that was
sorry to shoot a really
That's a-
big hole in
that's a,
that
that's,
theory.
that's a twist.
Or like the lead bad
That
guy,
was a
which
nice-
was just like
Well, there's Darth
Black
Vader,
woman.
obviously. But the black woman, I'm anticipating a redemption arc for her because she's a very good actor.
she's really good,
and
like really good, not just shitty. Yeah,
we're spending a lot of time with her, and
Yeah.
I'm sensing a longer arc with her and Obi-Wan. And
I mean that would be interesting, but it's also been done a lot. I'd quite just like a badass bad guy.
how do you feel about the first two episodes? Well, to be fair, like that is a strong female character. That's your strong female
Yeah.
character.
I don't. She doesn't need to redeem herself. Cool if she does, but we've done that before. Just be a bad guy.
Okay,
I like that. We'll see.
I would love it if it was that, but I'm sensing a redemption arc.
Yeah, they're putting too much effort in.
How many episodes is it?
I don't know. It's usually 6 or 8, right?
Okay.
6.
Well,
we're like
Marvel
2
stuff.
in.
Marvel stuff was like 6. We'll check it later. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching the next one.
Yeah. They'll eventually screw it up, but
So as a segue from villains as well, let's talk about Disney villains.
we're gonna go straight into Disney villains.
Why not? We're going to talk about.
rather than.
Let's start with let's give our listeners a bit of a baseline of where we're coming from.
This
as
is so well rehearsed.
as not quite middle-aged gay geeks.
I'm 40.
I'm 38.
How old am I gonna go? Like,
I don't know.
that's 80. That's halfway through.
I feel like anyway. So
Um,
tell me, Nicholas, what kind of Disney did you grow up with, and was it like, were there a lot of gay characters that you realized were gay at the time? Was it a bit of a sexual awakening for you in a way?
Well, there's no gay characters still, so no to that. There's still no gay
Let's put a pin in that.
Disney. There's no gay Disney characters.
Are we talking about just animated films or anything Disney? Anything Disney? Like not Marvel. Disney,
I'm
not.
only talking about animated films.
Animated
Is there
films.
a gay live action person?
There was a big thing about Josh Gad's character in the Beauty and the Beast
fuck
thing.
off.
Yes, that's fine. That's a whole other
That's
issue.
my whole review. That's my whole review of the live action remake of Beauty and the Beast.
Oh fuck off.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I buy it. It's
Fuck
fine.
off. Even Luke Evans couldn't save that. Who is gay?
Who is gay? But then he
But
wasn't.
didn't play gay.
Didn't play gay.
No, I
Anyway.
don't. I don't care for the live action ones. I don't see the point of them. It's word for word what the animated films were, and the animated films are good. Why
The
don't we
animated
just
films
have
are
the
good
animated
enough.
films?
I think what they were trying to do with the.
Well, they make a shit ton of money, so props to them.
Well,
they know what they're
fine.
doing more than I do.
I feel like what they were trying to do with the live action ones is trying to retcon some of the social problematic bits. Like people were talking about how Belle is a victim of Stockholm Syndrome, which she's not. So they kind of rewrote those kinds of scenes to make it clear that she wasn't, like she was there of her own accord. But I think that's a reaction to wokeism that doesn't exist.
Just millennials analysing our childhood, which
Yeah.
is great fun.
Great,
I
yeah.
love it.
Or like Mulan having the gender stuff. It didn't work well.
I didn't watch Mulan. Did they get rid of the fact that there was like some sort of chemistry between him and her when she was portraying a man? Because that's his bisexual awakening. Did they get rid of that?
I think so. I haven't seen it.
But then why are you commenting on that?
Because I've read about it. And I'm regurgitating opinions that I've read on the internet, obviously.
So, yeah. Disney... I can't remember the first one I watched. This was obviously in a time of VHS. And not to make myself seem weird, I grew up in the Middle East and we didn't have cinemas until I was like 14, 15.
No cinemas at all?
I didn't have a cinema. I grew up in Bahrain. It was a little desert island, so there was no cinema.
Oh.
So if we went back to England or to the States or something on summer holidays, we'd go to the cinema because that was great fun. But no. So everything we watched was always on video. I can't remember watching the old ones for the first time, but I do remember always loving Sleeping Beauty because I love the fairies.
Yeah, okay. On VHS.
Because I love the fairies. Still do.
What are their names? Quiz question. Pop quiz.
Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather.
Very good. 12 points.
Thank you. I remember Jungle Book. I don't remember loving Jungle Book.
Okay.
I do like it now, but I do remember it was must have been one that was always on. But the first ones that I really, really remember like seeing them kind of like as they were coming out was when they did the whole Disney Renaissance, which was The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
That was the one that was like, oh yeah, we'll put Sleeping Beauty on. Whereas when The Little Mermaid came out on VHS, it was on pretty much every day. Like
for you,
I put it on
that's so cute.
It's just wonderful, and it remains one of my favorites.
Sure.
To this day, I think it holds up. I know there's a lot of problematic because it's a fairy tale. There's a lot of shit like,
of course.
Oh, she met him 3 days later. Sure, I'll just give it my entire life, but
everything's got a bit of problematic.
It just doesn't translate to modern times because it's a fairy tale cartoon.
That's probably why they're trying to do live action, because they're trying to.
Maybe they make it seem less ridiculous. I don't mind. Jodie Benson
was
a good thing?
I'm not sure.
Brilliant as it. The songs are just incredible.
You talking about the voice actor?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I found a YouTube. No one cares because whatever. But years ago, I found a YouTube clip of her trying to record Part of Your World, but because she's a stage actress, she's like belting it out, and they have to keep coming in and tell us like, stop. They turn down all the lights and they turn everything off so she can't see anyone. It's like, we can hear everything you say.
Yeah.
Like you just have to whisper it to your little fish friend, and she's just part of. She's like, no, Jodie. It's just so beautiful because she's very young when she's doing it, and I was like, if you don't love this, you are not a good gay geek.
And something that they didn't do as much after that was they have the actor who played the voice role do the songs as well, which they didn't always do.
That kind of stopped quite quickly because it was Aladdin, because they really wanted the voice of the guy who did the voice of Aladdin. He was in Full House. That guy.
What?
DJ's boyfriend. Anyone from the States, if you remember that? He was like the teen heartthrob, so they wanted him to be the voice of Aladdin. Mm-hmm. Obviously, he couldn't sing because he was just a teenage heartthrob, so that's when they started like, oh, we'll just get someone else to do it.
That sounds vaguely like you.
And then it's like, doesn't matter, it's not even close, and that's when they kind of got rid of it. So Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast.
I think Lion King as well, because that Jonathan Taylor Thomas also.
Yeah, well, that Aladdin was the first one to do it, and then after that, Hercules wasn't him. Mulan wasn't her.
Was Lion King before?
It was after. The big three was, for me anyway, so the big three that I remember was Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And then all three, because all three came out one after another and were just perfection in my mind. Rewatching Beauty and the Beast isn't that fun.
No.
It's quite dull.
It's dull. It's weird, and I think people, because they remember it as that Stockholm Syndrome kind of thing, which is so dumb because it's just painted over the story.
She was with him for like over a year. It's a way more realistic relationship than Ariel crawling out on land, can't speak to you, yeah, I'll marry you. So
a year?
if you watch the sequels, there's a Christmas special one, so you know that it's at least through a Christmas and through another season, so at least a year.
Oh, so not in the film, it's just the film on its own.
I know. They said a backstory. I don't know if it's canon or not, but
Okay.
you know what? She spends a long time there because they do like through the whatever montage thing. It's not just
that's true.
2
There's
days.
a montage, yeah.
They're there for a different
There's time.
different weather because they in the snow, but it's like sunny and rainy at the beginning and sunny and rain at the end.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Good.
Anyway, this is what
So
sad loser gay geeks do when they have no friends. It's like, well,
when they're young, I don't know.
oh yes, when I was younger, I don't do this now.
I was too young for that film. Just kidding. So what was your sexual awakening then? Like, was it sort of a
the fact that Aladdin had a vest on with no t-shirt.
Yeah, I loved that.
Yeah, so the fact that Aladdin had a vest on and no t-shirt, just walking around with his pecs flying around, I'm just like...
Not just any vest, like an open front.
Just nothing there. No nipples either, so that probably caused some problems. And that weird nappy diaper trouser thing, that was a bit off-putting. But yeah, his just bare chest just bombing around was like... I feel things?
Yeah. I think I did it as well, but
I mean, he's the sexy. Who else is sexy? I mean, Hercules should be sexy, but he's not. I don't know why he's not.
Not really.
Why isn't he sexy?
Zeus is more sexy than Hercules.
Zeus is way sexier. Triton's
Total daddy. Oh, Triton, yeah, that's the thing.
Sexier than Hercules. Sorry, Herc.
I think he's fine.
Who else? What other kind of leads? Wasn't for me because I think it was just a little bit out. But it's rewatching Robin Hood.
Who? What? Robin Hood, the character?
The fox.
The fox
is seriously sexy. He wasn't a childhood one because I was. I think I missed it or whatever. I didn't see it or was too young or too old.
He was just
he
cool
is
and
super sexy. If you watch it now, the way because the animation's like very stylized and he's just really charming. But because he's small, he's not like a dickhead. Oh, he's pretty sexy. Yeah. Watch it.
Very sly.
Oh yeah. So I can see why he was a lot of people's sexual awakenings, but.
I never thought of that, and actually, I really enjoyed Robin Hood, the film, and I watched it a lot. There's something I don't remember what it was about it, but like I can remember visualize like the archery competition scene or like the dance in the woods or something like that, and other things as well. Okay, so let's go back to my sort of background. Like the first film that I remember seeing was Bambi. Oh. It was the first film that I saw in cinema. Oh. I don't remember actually seeing it. I just remember thinking that was the first film I saw. Must have been like 6 or 7 or 8. I don't even know, whatever. But then growing up, I had a really weird sort of exposure to various things. Again, because of VHS, because I grew up on a farm. And we didn't just go to the cinema very often. So we got VHSs that were sort of probably less popular, but I still fell in love with them. Like my second favorite Disney film to date is The Great Mouse Detective.
Oh my god, I love The Great Mouse Detective.
Yeah, and that was just before, like a few years before the Renaissance of Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
And I just loved how it's just sort of, I loved the braininess of it. And Ratigan is a very campus Christmas villain as well.
He is so fucking camp. We'll get back to this.
And so scary as well.
Because it was Vincent Price.
Vincent Price, yeah,
was the voice, which I didn't realize until I did a rewatch. He's so camp, so ridiculous, but scary.
Yeah,
yes,
scary.
I love Great Mouse Detective. Basil the Great Mouse Detective.
Isn't it actually really short as well? Like
probably,
it's hour and 15, hour and 20. But I love that one, and I love The Rescuers as well. And what was the other one? I don't know. But when it came to like Little Mermaid, that of course was everywhere. You couldn't avoid it. And then in terms of like Aladdin, I loved Aladdin because I was very much of a showcaser kind of kid, and so they were like, "Oh, you're kind of like Robin Williams, and he's so crazy too, and you're kind of crazy too," because I could see that kind of performer kind of in you, John. And so I did like that one as well, and I didn't realize at the time, but I definitely had some. Not that I like fancied a animated character, because I don't really know.
I do.
I know.
Just wait till Smash or Pass. Oh my god.
I know.
It's gonna be a mess.
It's gonna be weird for me though, but we'll do it. Definitely was like attracted in my own way, but couldn't understand why. And until you just said now that the Fox and Robin Hood was like very sexy as well, I'm like, yeah, I guess maybe that is, yeah.
Give it a rewatch when you're feeling lonely.
Maybe I will.
It's really worth it.
If it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Are they a sponsor, by the way?
I don't think Disney Plus will be sponsoring this particular podcast, especially what we're gonna have to say. Any other sexual fancies, even as you're older?
Not really. My favorite Disney film is still gonna be Emperor's New Groove. I love it.
I love it so hard, and I love it. I think I love it even more because it's really underrated.
Yeah.
So when someone says like, "I fucking love Emperor's New Groove," I'm like,
yes.
Okay, we're friends now.
Good,
this is
yes.
fantastic.
I love.
Whereas if they're like, "Oh yeah, I don't remember that one," or "I don't think I see that one," it's like, okay,
whatever. Like, it must not have been good because I haven't seen it. Go home.
Oh god, it was
Watch
so
it now.
good.
It was so good, and like the thing is, like David Spade as Cusco wasn't even the best part of it.
He was probably the worst part of it.
Yeah, probably because you had like
the best one was Yzma.
And I think Kronk is a close second. I
love
Kronk.
Very close second, yes.
Yeah, love Patrick Warburton and anything he's done, really. But yeah, so there's that one. What else was there? Like, there wasn't really...
There's quite a few.
Yeah, there's a lot, but I'm trying to think of, like, the sexy characters, and I don't... Let's rack our brains.
Well, there's sexy characters, but there's also a new kind of thing which I like is the sexy cosplay versions of characters. So one that I see a lot of is Milo from Atlantis.
I've never seen Atlantis.
Oh, it's so good. It was kind of just after Emperor's New Groove, and it was one of the ones that kind of bombed because there were no songs in it or anything like that.
Oh, really?
Michael J. Fox as the lead voice in it. Oh, it's so good. It's just like Journey to the Center of the Earth action adventure.
Atlantis.
Oh, I love it. So good. Please go watch it.
Okay.
But because he is like a skinny, nerdy type with big round glasses and floppy hair, which is so my fucking type, when people cosplay as him, they're usually like really fucking hot when they do it. So that's a thing.
Okay, that's a thing for you.
That's a different thing.
What? Are you sure that's Disney? I'm not recalling.
Yes.
Okay, I believe you because I don't remember it.
There's no doubt. Yeah, 2001 or 2 maybe. Yeah, I think that's my only kind of sexuals.
Well, then, pretty soon after that, didn't Disney kind of go into more digital stuff because they tried that one digital film which tanked. It was like Treasure Island in Space or whatever it was.
I still haven't watched that.
Well, anyway, they were trying, which was so good for them. But...
Well, then Pixar came out, and that just kind of put a kibosh on so much of what they were doing, and they didn't really recover until what? Tangled and Frozen.
Yeah, they did try with Tangled, but then
I love Tangled. It's so good.
Well, then
way better than Frozen.
I haven't seen either of them. So...
Maybe this isn't the podcast, so you mentioned.
But I don't see. Well, it's just the reason.
You haven't seen Frozen?
I am proud to admit that I have not seen.
Never
Frozen.
seen it. Oh, I've never seen Game of Thrones. No, I've never seen Frozen. That doesn't make you interesting.
I didn't think it did. I had no opportunity and no desire to. So, but
it's worth a watch.
Okay.
And Frozen 2 is better than Frozen, I think. The songs in Frozen 2 are really good. So
yeah. That also links into my sort of dislike of musicals as well, because which is a different geeky thing.
No, absolutely. I hate musicals, but I don't mind when cartoons sing.
I can see that.
I think it's the disconnect between humans breaking out into song, whereas cartoons and puppets doing it. It's like, it's a cartoon, it's a puppet, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I think that doesn't bother me, so I really like the musicals, but fair enough. If you're not into that, watch Atlantis. So good.
Oh, that was on my list.
No music in it. Not a single song.
Michael J. Fox. So was there anything in Pixar that kind of pulled you? Or were you like growing up at that point?
I mean, I did eventually grow up. I was still youngish, teenager-ish when Pixar came out. No, I didn't really rate Toy Story.
Okay.
I know people kind of lost their shit over it.
Yeah.
I really like Bug's Life, and then I've lost track of what comes after it. There's so many of them. blah blah blah, and so many of them are
Yeah.
great. So many of them. I didn't like Monsters Inc. I didn't. Really,
I love Monsters Inc.
I didn't again because there's a child in it. The second the kid shows up, I'm like, I'm not interested.
But you know what? The child wasn't like, oh, that's a good point.
Child
Because
is so annoying.
animated children, I'm okay with. Just child actors I don't like.
Fair, absolutely fair. No, absolutely fair.
I think I like Monsters Inc. because it was just a bit wacky, goofy, in the same way that Emperor's New Groove was. But yeah, Bug's Life was good. I liked that one. I didn't like Cars.
I never saw Cars. I don't see the point. Up,
No.
of course, was perfection.
What?
Up,
Oh, Up. Oh yeah, I love it.
just perfect.
That was great. Great storytelling.
Just perfect. No hotties in there. Sorry, Mr. Fredrickson.
Sorry.
Who looks like my dad, so let's not do that. Sorry, Dad.
Hilarious.
Please don't listen to this podcast. This is not for you.
It's not your podcast.
There's so many that if we like got a list up on our phone, I'd be like, oh yeah,
We could pick out. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of one of the best things about Disney is that there's such a breadth of
Well,
material.
the thing is, like, I was saying this earlier, like, Disney gays, like, it is a form of geekery because there will be people who obsess about it, or you collect the Funko Pops about it,
Yes.
or you go to the
Yes.
parks, or you do all that, or you know your trivia about it, or you know
Yes.
your behind the scenes. So there's definitely a huge amount of geekery. If that's your thing, if that's your thing you love, people might have made fun of you, but you don't care. But
Yeah.
unlike niche things, I think Disney is a lot more widespread, so a lot of people will have
Yeah.
an entryway into it. Whereas
I hear you.
comic books, you're like, nah, if you're not into it, video games, if you're not into it, board game, whatever, that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody knows Disney. You have to actively choose to not see any Disney film.
It's
just
really,
a
really
part.
hard to avoid.
It's just a part of that. So
Yeah, because the breadth of it is it's similar to like Marvel. It's really hard to avoid Marvel, but you still can. Whereas at Disney, you can't.
with kids, whatever age you were, unless I don't think anyone. When was the first one? When was
What, the first
Snow
Disney?
White?
Like
the
40,
40s.
47, 49?
Something like that. So everyone alive
And
has
that was-
grown up with Disney films being out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as a kid, you will have seen them.
And the thing is, like, that's just films. Like, they did a lot of TV stuff too, or like
yeah.
shorts, you know?
Oh,
did
yeah, yeah,
Mickey
yeah,
Mouse
yeah,
and all
yeah,
that.
yeah. All of that stuff.
And they tried, like, they just kept going. Like, they had that Fantasia film, which is, I don't know if it was released.
Which
Fantasia. They
there
did
was
a lot of.
Fantasia. That
Huh?
was yeah.
Oh no, Fantasia was much more recent.
What? No, it wasn't.
Wasn't
It's
it?
like one of their first ones.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not one that people think of when they talk about Disney, the big Disney animations.
No, because there's no characters in it. Well, that's the one with the hat, isn't it?
Yeah,
That was a long time ago.
sure. But so was Snow White.
Yeah, I think it was the one after Snow White.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's how old it is.
What was the first one though?
Snow White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
That's the depth of my Disney trivia.
That's-
I'm not.
which is only slightly more than mine.
Yeah, I don't know.
So here's the crux of this whole episode is going to be this question to you, Nick. Why are gays evil?
What's that got to do with anything? Why are gays evil?
Why are gays?
Do you want to rephrase that?
No,
Towards...
I think it sounds for itself. Why are gays evil? Why do we think about all the big
God hates
successful?
us.
Yeah, the big
By that,
successful.
do you mean why are all the Disney villains queer coded as gay,
Yeah,
rather than why are all gays evil?
I don't say all gays, but it's like why are gays?
Why are gays
why do you
evil?
think of why is the stereotype of a villain like queer coded?
Why is a villain co-opting a lot of gay stereotypes is another way of thinking about it.
Yep.
Yeah, and I didn't even notice it until a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, pretty much every Disney villain is some sort of gay. And you know what? Who hates it when you say that? The straights.
Oh, really?
They hate when you say that. Oh God, you're just making everything gay. And when you're like, Cruella de Vil,
Yeah.
tell me she's not a boarding school lesbian.
Yeah. Scar. Tell me he's not the
Oh, I
flamboyant.
must practice my curtsy.
Dramatic.
Wonderfully done. They're so gay, and like and the gays don't like it. Sorry, apologies. The straights don't like it because all of my only justification for it is I list the character and say, gay.
Yeah. But we've lived
Gaston, So gay. Hades. Gay.
Hades is so gay.
Ursula. Gay.
She's basically a drag queen.
Well, yeah. Famously, she's after one of the most famous
She
drag
was
queens
based on
ever.
Divine, wasn't it?
Yeah. Again, I had no idea. Obviously, as a kid in a
At the time,
Muslim
yeah.
country.
Well, that's the point, though. Like the follow up question that we will ask is like, why didn't we notice this when we were growing up? Why were we more attracted to like the muscular hero?
I think from quite I wonder if that's quite telling. I think from a young age, maybe not like baby gay, I realised it's the villains that are more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all know that now. I think because Sleeping Beauty was always on. Like, tell me you give a shit about Aurora
Nope.
versus Maleficent.
She never even had a name in the film. It was only like afterwards. She's like, oh, by the way, her name's Aurora.
It's literally the first line is like they called her Aurora.
Oh.
So yes, they named her after the dawn and they sing that shit. Anyway, yeah, you realise that the villains are what makes a film really good. Shere Khan versus Mowgli. Like, it's not interesting. Like, the villains are the interesting part. And I always knew that pretty early on. I wonder if I identify with them more because, especially if the lead is a male, it's, apart from Mowgli, that's a bad example. They're often a certain type of strong, muscular, boring, straight-laced, rough and tough and fight and straight guy. Is that true?
You're talking about the hero?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who I don't really give a shit about. I never gave a shit about them in real life. None of my friends were like that. None of the people I liked were like that. Whereas the cool, quieter, conniving, clever,
like more manipulative,
charming, anything like that, they're more interesting characters because maybe that's kind of how a lot of us roll.
Yeah,
maybe?
I guess. I mean, the good example I'm thinking of is Aladdin. Like, you have this big, muscular, strong, gonna go get him, like, gotta get the girl, gotta prove, true love, blah, 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 whatever. I just did a wanking motion, but for you listeners.
The
wanking motion. But, like, the villain is, like, manipulative. He just wants power, and it's like, because I think I'm drawn to that because it's just interesting. They want to make change. They have a flair for the dramatic, typically, which is what I relate to in a way.
I didn't really like Jafar.
Maybe he's not a bad example to be.
No, he's a great example of a queer-coded villain. It's he's one of the few that I didn't resonate with because Robin Williams was in that film. And if you want loud, camp, and crazy, non-heteronormative, he was an option, and he was fucking hilarious, and I loved him.
But I couldn't get on with. I don't care about him getting the girl. I don't care about him getting the riches. I couldn't relate to that. I related more towards. Well, I mean.
Who were the other straight heroes then? All I can think of is him and Hercules.
Pocahontas.
Straight woman. But yeah, John Smith.
Who
the fucking fuck gives a shit about John fucking Smith? God. Whereas the bad guys is so funny. Okay, it wasn't really funny as a kid, but when you watch it now, like the general and his like gold cloak and his campus Christmas assistant is so funny. It's like, what did we ever do them? Well, we invaded their land, took their territory, killed their women. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's really fun.
What about Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah, I think it was a good film.
No, it's not.
You don't think it is?
No, I think no, it's not. I thought I might enjoy it rewatching it as an adult. I think it's like, because I love religious bad guys because I hate religion. So I thought this is gonna be fun, and I hated it because they sang everything. It's like, you are queer to fawn. They just kind of sang talk. They didn't break into song. They just kind of sang talk, and I fucking hated that.
Do you know what I can't get out of my head is the voice of Frollo, the villain in Hunchback of Notre Dame. Same voice as Magneto from the X-Men cartoon. And if you heard it, you would be like, "That's Magneto from the."
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
He's Magneto from a video game that I used to play.
Okay, that's fine.
But it's such a distinct voice, and the actor passed away. And
he's the same voice as a lot. He's done a lot of voices.
Yeah, but he makes you think of Magneto. But that's another sort of. He's religious. He's struggling with passion, whatever. Like, gay. What about Peter Pan.
Oh, Captain Hook.
Yeah.
So gay.
So gay. A bit weird that he's after a child, but...
I mean, Peter Pan was shit anyway. I never liked that
Oh.
growing up. Again, because it's like the lead's like, oh yeah, we're gonna be here, we're gonna be pirates, dirty, yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of boy.
Yeah.
I was very much a campus Christmas boy.
Yeah.
So when the lead is like a rough and
Boy
tumble,
Scout.
yeah, scallywag kind of shit, it's like, fuck off.
Whatever.
All the assholes in school are like you. I'm not interested. So I didn't give a shit about Peter Pan. But I love the grown-up millennial like analysis of the story, because about how it's, you must have heard like how
I think so, but tell me.
about how I don't know if it's just a millennial BuzzFeed thing or if it's a thing that is actually true from the books, about how the fact that Peter Pan kills the Lost Boys
Oh?
so that they don't grow up. Like, the whole thing is that they'll never grow up, and when they start wanting to or whatever, he kills them. And like it's a metaphor for like dying as a kid.
What?
It is so dark. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's from the book or just something I saw on TikTok.
That is not
But
what I
when
thought
you
you were going to say.
But I don't know what you thought I was going to
I
say.
think you're going to go on like the Peter Pan syndrome about not wanting to grow up. Kind of.
Oh, it is so dark when you look at it, and I don't know where it comes from, and I would love to find out more about it, and if it's official I would love them to do like a real thing about it. But yeah, and then I should have researched this because this is really fun, but how Captain Hook is actually the good guy in it, because Peter Pan is a fucking psycho and is killing all these kids, and he's trying to get Peter Pan.
Yeah.
He's killing all these kids.
Oh, well, obviously the killing the kids thing, that's not in the film, obviously.
No.
Did you ever watch the TV show Once Upon a Time?
No.
It's
Oh,
it's not
no,
worth it.
but he's the Captain Hook in it is really sexy, isn't he?
Yes, Hook is sexy, but he's like a bit of a... He's not Hook at first or something. I don't remember exactly. But Peter Pan's an asshole. Like, he's made to be like this complete
He's
asshole.
always an asshole. Yeah.
So that's what made me think of it.
I don't see the appeal in him. I'm gonna look up Captain Hook.
Yes.
Yeah, Captain Hook. Yeah,
You
he's
look up
sexy.
Captain Hook.
He's sexy, man.
I should have known right away, when as soon as I saw him in leather, that I'd be like, yes, daddy. Yes, in the leather.
Does he wear the leather the whole time?
Yes.
He's in that same outfit with the cleavage.
Whenever, because obviously there's like, the whole premise of the show is like, some of it is in the real world, some of it is in like this fantasy fairy tale world, and whenever he's in the fantasy world, he's always wearing leather, and obviously with the hook hand, it looks really dodgy because you can't, cut off his hand.
You can't make a hook hand.
It's hard to do. But the leather is like spot on.
Yeah, the eyeliner.
Oh, and the eyeliner, yeah, of course. The dark and broody. He pulls it off really well. Anyway.
Whereas the cartoon version's like got that old fashioned wig.
Yeah, that weird
And
hat
some,
with
like-
a big feather on it or something.
And he's got the like pilgrim shoes and things. So maybe he isn't as gay as we thought, because like
Hook?
that's well, like
I think he's probably less queer-coded.
no, he's gay as fuck. It's just a terrible outfit. I suppose not all gays can dress. I mean,
I mean, have you looked at me? Good thing is...
good thing we're not starting video just yet.
This is why this is a podcast, not a YouTube.
Okay, fair enough. Fair point.
I mean, I'm wearing basically pajamas right now. I don't know if you can tell.
There's a giant hole in my jeans crotch, so let's not film that.
It was raining today. That's my
I can't blame the rain on my giant crotch hole.
No.
That's another
It is
matter.
a hole to fill.
That's another matter. What was it?
Cruel hole to fill.
That's ridiculous.
You're welcome. Okay, I have an idea. I feel like we're missing out some of these villains that we should talk about. So I have looked up, I've done a quick stupid search, obviously it's totally scientific, and we're going to look at Disney characters that are queer-coded. And the first sort of GIF is live action Gaston with his queer LGBT character.
Ugh.
Which, can we just say as well, like, it's annoying that's... I don't know if it was Disney's fault or if it was, like, the fans' fault. They're trying to be like, yay, this is our first LGBTQ character in a Disney film.
Nah,
Let's give ourselves a pat on the back. Like, no.
The fan said that and Disney quickly denied it.
Whose choice was it? I remember watching the film and, like, it's not clear that he's gay. It's not clear that he's LGBTQ.
I can't talk about it. Let's move
Fine. I was like,
oh, yay, Luke Evans.
Yay, Luke Evans. Good for you.
Friend of the pod. He's not at all, please.
He's a friend of a friend as well, by the way. So call me.
Is he
Luke.
really?
Yeah. I'll tell you later. I haven't met him yet.
Get on that.
Luke, call me. I will say as well, even though it's not Disney, when in the Eternals film there was the gay couple, and there was like a kiss, and was it China wanted them to cut it out for it to be released, and Disney said no.
Yeah.
So good for them for that one.
That's really good for them. And in Doctor Strange, they said they wouldn't cut out that America had two mothers, because China and the Middle East, of course, wanted that. But I know for a fact,
really,
but in fact, because my brother lives in the Middle East still, they cut it out anyway.
Really?
Yep.
Shame on them. I love how
sue them, Disney.
They had a pin. Sue them, Disney.
Sue them.
This is just. What did I say? No, this is 45. Okay.
What's the first one they put there? Is it one that we know?
It's Li Shang from Mulan.
Okay. Well, did we cover that? The fact that they the bi-erasure in the adapted one.
Oh, so Li Shang is not the warrior trainer guy. No.
Which one's Li Shang?
I don't know now. I mean, the thing is, this is BuzzFeed, so they're basically just pulling tweets from people. And it says that the live action version does not have Li Shang as a bi icon.
Yeah, we probably should have watched it in preparation for this film,
probably.
although I don't really want to. That's the let's get down to business.
That's what I thought.
Right?
But they didn't delete him from the live action version.
Maybe they just didn't have any of that kind of flirting that he had with Ping.
Yes, maybe.
Which was hilarious, but when you watch it, you're like, he legitimately thought it was a guy and was flirting with him. Wonderful.
Fine. There's not enough B when we talk about LGBT, I think. Oh.
No, but that's a conversation for another day.
Yes. Ursula.
Yay!
Here's one that we didn't talk about. Timon and Pumbaa.
Yes!
Of
Disney,
course.
like Simba's gay dads.
That's exactly what it says here. Simba's gay dads.
I mean, Nathan Lane was the voice.
Of course.
That was brilliant.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so they were they... They're not so queer-coded, it's just one of them is queer.
Yeah.
IRL.
Yeah. But does that sort of lend... If you're a queer person giving an acting performance, does that automatically indicate, or is it just us as the viewers kind of putting it on because
I would never have seen them, and I don't really see them as queer. I just see him as quite camp. But then again, as I said, Robin Williams was camp.
Yeah,
and I just think of him as zany in the cartoon format. I think that just makes zany character rather than gay.
Yeah,
so,
but then how come when it comes to villains, the zany, flamboyant, dramatic?
Well, they're evil. He's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not conniving. He's not smarmy. He's not bitter.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of bitterness in queer-coded villains.
Yep.
Can't relate at all.
Not at all.
Whereas he doesn't have that. He's a lovable, bug-eating, whatever they are.
Hakuna Matata.
Rat, dog, prairie dog.
Oh, meerkat.
Sure.
He's a meerkat. The first time I ever heard of the word meerkat, I'm like, I'm sure that's... in my young brain, I was like, that's a misspelling. That's meerkat. Anyway. What? But now we know meerkats, they're everywhere because of that insurance. No. Yes. Yep. Whatever. Anyway. Scar, obviously, from the same film.
Yeah, great.
Which we've talked about.
Did you have a crush on Jonathan Taylor-Thomas growing up?
No, I did it. My sister did. I don't like long hair.
Me neither.
Basically it.
Yeah, that was such a 90s thing to be like the cool kid with long hair. I forgot. That really turned me off. Yeah.
Zach from Saved by the Bell. Oh, the suave guy.
Did he have long hair?
It was longish. It wasn't as long as Jonathan Taylor-Thomas, no. He was on every sort of like teen
Joey
wall. Which Joey? From Dawson's Creek?
No,
that was
that's a
woman.
Woman. From Blossom.
Never watched Blossom.
Joey Lawrence.
Oh, I've heard of Joey Lawrence.
Because he had like the long 80s hair as well. He was ripped. My God.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not go into how many times I masturbated over him.
The only person that I've ever thought was attractive with long hair, which you will not get this reference because it's a D&D reference, is Matt Mercer. He's a voice actor and does D&D YouTube stuff. I'll look him up. Mercer. Let's move on. Jafar, which we've talked about, obviously. Gay
Although
and bitter.
I haven't watched the live adaptation, but he's fucking hot. The guy who played Jafar.
In the live action?
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I just saw all the listicles as like, we're rooting for Jafar. Sorry,
hilarious.
Aladdin.
I've never seen it, but that's the Will Smith version, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is so insanely hot. Again, I don't know if he's the right ethnically casting. They're like, let's put an Indian in as Jasmine.
Is it?
Like, God damn it. No, but I think he's from Iran or something. He is insanely hot.
Okay.
I've seen Matt Mercer, and I will disagree with you on that. But
it's like long. Moving on, we have Frances from A Bug's Life, the ladybug, who I think was
it's like, what's the guy's name?
the actor. You mean?
Yeah.
I want to say Billy Crystal, but
No.
no, he did Mike Wazowski.
It's the guy who was I can only think of him as in Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. Dennis Leary? Is that a person?
Oh, yeah. Dennis
Blonde,
Leary, who did the
gravel voice.
Saber-tooth Tiger from Ice Age.
Yes. Yeah.
Same guy? Okay. Then it was Dennis
I'm
Leary.
pretty sure that was him. Because he's like wearing drag.
Basically, yeah. He's like in the circus show. He's like the
As
drag
a lady,
queen.
as
Yeah,
a
as a ladybug.
ladybug.
Yeah, which I never thought of.
I would never. I just thought it was a guy with big eyelashes, but he was quite possibly a drag queen.
Yeah. I don't remember him being overtly gay.
No, but I mean that would have been a hilarious drag queen to be like with the big eyelashes and flowers with that gritty gravelly voice, just being fucking hilarious. That's excellent. I didn't know that.
Okay, good. Here's a Frozen reference. Oaken.
Is that the Big Summer Blowout?
Yes. I'm relying on you because I have no idea.
Yes, because they kind of imply that his family, like gay family's in the sauna with him or something.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Captain Hook, which we've talked about. Have you seen Raya and the Last Dragon?
Yes.
What do you think about Raya as a lesbian?
Possibly.
I've
But
not seen
again,
it.
is it just queer coding because it's a woman who doesn't actually pine over a man? Is that in itself lesbian?
Yeah.
Which I suppose is the whole point of queer coding is that it's actually really offensive.
If you don't
But-
love a member of the opposite sex, you're
Lesbian, bitter, gay. Yeah. No.
Yeah, gay. Now we have Governor Ratcliffe from Pocahontas. And there's a picture of
Is
him
he
with
in
the
a gold?
gold.
I love it. I mean, obviously, he's a terrible human and
Yeah.
awful character, but just him swanning around in a gold cape is brilliant.
I have a side note for you, because obviously, I can't think of any examples right now, but there are very rare examples of where there's a villain who is gay. And if it's done right, then the gayness, the homosexuality, isn't a part of the villainy.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think about that? Like, do you feel like that is a way of subverting the the queer coding, or is it buying into it?
So you're saying there's no out gay villains in any media?
Very rare. Like, I've read books where, like, the gay characters don't come off well. And it's like, oh, that's different. I'm not used to that because I expected the gay person to be sort of like a foil to the main character, or like a comedic, what's it called? Comic sidekick.
It's always a comedic sidekick.
What's the phrase I'm looking for?
Gay best friend.
Funny comic relief.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, like gay best friend, yeah.
But yeah.
Because when you see that character, you're like, oh, he's inconsequential. He or she's inconsequential. But
non-threatening. When they're out. I can't think of a single example of a gay villain.
If you can think of any, dear listener, please write us in. Please tweet at Nick.
Just tweet at me.
So here's a couple other ones that we don't have to get into because we know, like Merida from Brave. Is that because she doesn't...
Just because she's not after a man, therefore she's gay. Fine.
Basil and Rattigan from The Great Mouse Detective.
Basil, I feel, is like there's no reason to do that. But
no.
Rattigan is the campest thing ever.
Yeah.
I fucking love him. So yes,
great.
that's great. Basil, I wouldn't have thought so.
It's just because he doesn't have any sort of sexual desire for anything that we just assume that he must be gay, because that's what we do.
I tell you what, the gays have a lot of sexual desire for things.
Yeah.
Ask my
But
grinder.
maybe Basil is asexual. He's the A in the
He's a mouse.
LGBTQIA. Also, he's a cartoon.
A mouse. Cartoon mouse.
We
What else do you have?
Settle down, he's a fucking cartoon. Baloo and Bagheera,
Oh, I
also
like...
gay dads.
Oh, I like that. Another one like Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah.
They are gay dads. Oh, I like it. I love Bagheera. Like, again, I really relate to the wizened, not bitter, but, you know, kind of like non-Larry. Woo! Look at me, I'm a fun guy.
Yeah.
I like the fact he's a bit miserable. I really like it.
Yeah.
I love it, gay dads, and they like dance off together at the end. Once he
Yeah,
ditches,
they do.
He ditches them for a chick.
Mowgli does.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like, there we go. There's our
We're
son.
done. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's heartwarming. Okay, more.
Who is Honeymarin from Frozen 2? It says Ryder, which I think is the main male, and Ryder and Honeymarin. This is all you. I have no idea.
It's probably one of the people like in the forest, which I was so convinced was going to be Elsa's girlfriend, and that was the big disappointment. Again, shocking that Disney didn't just make her a lesbian.
I'm showing you a
great.
photo.
Yeah, just one from the thing, and that's not Ryder. That's someone else. What's his face? Jonathan Groff. What's his face? It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I can't remember the character's name.
So I cannot
But
help
it's Jonathan
you.
Groff, who is gay again in real life and wonderful.
Do you want to hear the reference from Atlantis: The Lost Empire?
Yeah, which one? It's the Mole Man?
Preston B. Whitmore.
Does it have a picture? Is it the mole guy?
I have to go to the actual tweet.
Preston B.
The old guy, apparently.
Whitmore. Oh, the old guy. Sorry, I thought it was the cook for a second. Oh, no, I disagree. That's not a good one.
Okay.
Next. I think that's stretching. He has no queer characters. He's not a bad guy. He's like an old bachelor. Like, that's not that simple.
Cogsworth and Lumiere.
That's so gay! Oh my god! Oh my god. Well, Lumiere is probably bisexual.
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah.
he wants to fuck all of them.
Oh, yes,
But
he's
Cogsworth, that's offensive.
Cogsworth.
Offensive to both of our French listeners. And the fact that he's like, do you think they all fucked each other when they were animated objects?
Oh my god.
Or do you think it was just Lumiere and the Feather Duster?
And the feather duster.
Because do you
I think it was
think
Lumiere and the wardrobe. Lumiere and, like, some of the background teapots.
because they don't know, like, they didn't know how long it was going to last, and they're still inanimate objects. Like, they could have been just like, oh, I'm fine, it's been a year. Also, they don't have penises, so they're probably not that horny. What are they doing with it?
Rubbing? Is it frottage?
Intercrural? Cural sex? Yeah, because you'd probably be like, ugh, it's fine. I'll wait another year. He'll figure it out. He'll figure it out. And then like 10 years later, you're like, oh my god, it's been 10 years and I haven't fucked anything. It was because I'm a ladle or whatever the fuck I am.
I'm an
inanimate
inanimate object.
An animated
And
inanimate.
also, more importantly, they are cartoons.
Yeah.
I don't know. How did we not mention Luca?
Luca.
Luca is a recent Disney film. Disney
Oh,
Pixar.
Luca!
Yeah.
Yeah! Oh, I loved it.
I'm ashamed to say that I haven't seen that film yet. And I really want to, but I just...
It was so good. It just kind of randomly came up on Disney Plus. It's like, oh, here's this film. I was like, whatever, I'll watch it. And it was just so lovely and heartwarming. Yeah, again, and it's one of those things that bugs me that the straights do. One of many things.
just the thing.
When we, like, add queer coding, and when we're so like, oh my god, they should have been a gay couple. Oh, look, we're shipping those two characters, and the straights get really shitty because they're like, oh god, why can't it just be a story about, you know, friendship and stuff? It's like, what's happened to stories about friendship? It's like, mate, every fucking film is a story about male friendship.
Yeah.
Give us a fucking gay cartoon romance and we'll leave you alone. But until then, we're going to imagine that the two sea monster Italian boys were touching each other.
Thank you. It's on my list.
It's really good.
That's the end of my list. Should I go to a different list or just...
No, that was really good. They were really good ones that I didn't... Like, Baloo and Bagheera, I love that.
I didn't realise.
I hadn't even thought about that.
I have to watch that again, I guess.
Is
it time?
Is there anything else you'd like to cover?
Let me look at my list. My plan. Why are gays evil?
Yeah. All of us are evil. Let's take us all out.
What Disney did you grow up with?
Yep, we got it.
Yeah.
I did want to ask...
Go.
But I don't know, this is something I should have asked at the beginning. Why do gays love Disney? We've talked about the villains. Why do gays love Disney so much? Do you think gays, in your experience with all your various gays that you know, do you find that they tend to love Disney?
I think that when it comes to appreciating Disney, there are certain... I think the people who go batshit crazy for Disney in a good way tend to be gay. And I think it's because growing up, that was their release to understand that part of themselves where it's about being dramatic or about being free and open. And
it's escapism, isn't it?
Yes,
exactly.
it's
the escapism that we all grew up with.
If you were like a gay child in the, say, 80s and 90s, and your parents didn't know how to connect with you or didn't know what, you know, they just gave you a Disney film and you latched onto that because, okay, this film gets me, then the parents are like, okay, fine, it's Disney, so let's let them keep at it, and then it just becomes part of their growing up.
Of your world. Sorry.
Fine.
But
like, for me, it was like, I did that as well, but I wasn't like, I wasn't, which is going to make it sound really sort of high and mighty, but I wasn't lacking at the time for being understood. That came much later.
still trying to figure it out now. I wonder if, because it was quite a dramatic theatrical thing, which we love as well. We love the costumes and the theatrics and the drama of it. It was very often romance, but asexual romance, because it's kids shows,
because it was kids,
but it's a big dramatic romantic excitement, falling in love with the girl, but you don't have to, it was like a safe, it's a really safe thing. So as a young kid, could we deny ourselves a bit more? It's like, oh, I want love with Jasmine or some shit like that. I wonder if, because it was so fluffy and safe, and it didn't make us think, oh no, girls, ew. Yeah. Because it was lovely, and you get to sing with them.
Well, because like,
oh great, let's have a sing song and go for a carpet ride. That sounds fucking great.
It's great, and it's
because you don't have to do anything. You hold hands, and then you're married. Done. This is easy. I could do this growing up. That's a version of straight I could do growing up, and then it made me feel comforted. Maybe I don't know if I'm reading into that. But...
I know I like what that is, because basically what you're saying is because it was a kid's show, there wasn't like boobs or like something overtly feminine, you know. So we as growing up as not understanding sexuality 100%, we kind of get the sort of falling in love aspect of it, but the object of the falling in love was of less consequence. Do shows do that nowadays too? Like do like other sort of, I guess there are other themes nowadays, really.
It's less, I mean, Disney stuff, there's still romance and love in it, but they're less kind of like adapted from fairy tales now, aren't they? Because they're more weirder, cooler, cuter stories, which is great. But then,
they're actually trying to connect to kids.
But then because it's less about romance, because kids don't give a shit about romance. Like straight kids, gay kids, like they don't give a shit about that. They want to play that sort of stuff.
We didn't.
Really. We didn't, but it was also, I don't know, maybe. I hope I haven't given fuel to the theory that. Yeah, so that's why you should show, PG gay relationships, because it doesn't matter either way.
Yeah.
'Cause we didn't turn it straight.
Yeah, it's a tough one though,
I don't
because
know.
people look into that and be, it's easy when it's a heterosexual, because that's safe, that's like normal, which I'm doing quotes as well, because
I mean, I don't think it was a good thing that we related to these characters and thought, oh, that's fine, I could marry Jasmine because all I have to do is sing. I don't think that's what relationships
And
are like. I could do that.
and find a flying carpet and a genie.
That'll be fine.
Easy.
Oh, it's quite deep.
Interesting, but that's
I'm proud of them.
let's leave it at that then, and let's move on to Smash or Pass.
Disney edition.
Disney edition. Okay, I have before me.
Way to lower the tone. I went for like a thought piece about questioning the innocence of my own childhood. But now, let's move swiftly on to which Disney cartoon character I would like to fuck.
Perfect segue. Let's move on from something deep and meaningful, because we don't want to lose our listeners.
No, let's move on.
So, okay, cartoon characters, Disney films, best of all time, Smash or Pass, Genie,
Smash.
Smash.
I want to find out what he can do.
He's a magical character. He's magic. He can do anything that you
Yeah.
wish. Also, when I think of Genie, I always also think of American Gods, the TV show. That Genie.
Oh. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Smash.
Smash. Mickey Mouse.
Pass.
Pass.
Oh no, I don't think we need to talk about that.
No, we don't have to. It's.
I don't think we need to mention.
He's also like 70 years old.
He's probably older.
Probably older. Here's number 3 of all best of all time Disney characters. Sebastian from The Little Mermaid.
Oh.
Why is he number 3? I don't know. I don't mind.
No, I'm gonna pass. I no. Pass. Thank you for the music.
I'll pass.
I'll pass.
I like it, but I'm gonna pass on that one. Jiminy Cricket.
Pass. He was
Pass.
annoying.
Too wholesome for me. Ursula.
Smash.
Smash.
Smash. Although the tentacles freak me out.
Oh no, I love the tentacles.
Oh.
All the slime. It's like a bit slimy. It's something about octopuses. Fascinate me. Did I ever tell you about my fascination with octopuses?
We'll save that for another time.
They're just fascinating creatures. Did you know they have beaks? No. They're really smart as well. And delicious. Scar.
Yeah, Smash. Sure, why
I
not?
might pass Scar. He's too broody.
That's fine. No, I don't mind broody.
I'm over it.
Okay.
Give me the slime.
I'm gonna pass
This-
on the broody one,
Feathery.
but I'll
Give me
get
Ursula.
more if I go for a double helping of the slimy tentacles. Yeah,
Where is my mind? Okay. Okay, next one. Winnie the Pooh.
Pass. He's
Pass.
so fucking annoying. Have you watched that as an adult? He is such a cunt.
What is it about Winnie the Pooh that just strikes me as so boring?
He is a dick. He's a shit person.
It's also weird. I don't know. I never got into Winnie the Pooh. But
Awful.
okay, moving on. Goofy.
No.
No. Pass.
I don't. A pass. I think. Yeah.
Timon and Pumbaa
At the same time.
has one character. Like, is this like a double 2 for 1?
No, I'm gonna pass on them as well.
I'll pass.
Sorry, guys.
I'm just not sure what I would fit.
I don't know
with
what I
that.
would do. I don't know what the vibe would be.
Maleficent.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Smash.
I'd smash that for sure.
Smash.
Mushu, the dragon from Mulan.
I really like Mushu, but
I'm trying to remember. I watched Mulan like a long time ago.
what are you, a sheep? I love him. So funny. But it's Eddie Murphy, which is a shame. I'm gonna pass.
I'll give him a go.
Okay.
I'll smash Mushu.
I think that's fair.
Donald Duck.
Yeah, smash.
I'll pass. He doesn't have any. He doesn't wear pants.
He doesn't need to.
I suppose.
Not for this.
What does
I
that
won't
mean
be either.
for this? Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will.
I'm gonna pass actually.
I'm gonna pass. Do you know why?
Tell me.
Way too skinny. She's a twig.
I just don't think like she's a brilliant character. I just don't think it'd be
Yeah.
fun. I don't think
No.
it'd be fun at all.
I agree. Next one. Daisy Duck.
No.
No, pass. Same reason for me.
Don't even know who she is. I don't know her.
Donald Duck's girlfriend.
I mean, I know her, but I don't know her.
I don't even know her.
I don't know.
Tinkerbell.
No, pass. She's a dick.
Is she?
Yeah.
I would pass as well. I don't know why. Piglet.
No,
No.
pass. I thought I'd smash way more of these, but I forgot how many are animals that are really annoying.
Animals, yeah. I might skip some animals if I find them out. The Evil Queen.
Snow White's mum.
This is the Snow White Evil Queen, yeah.
She's fucking terrifying. Like, I find her more terrifying than Maleficent.
Oh, yeah. She had
Because-
Maleficent had a flair. Evil Queen is just...
She's just
evil.
nothing but pure evil.
Yeah.
Smash!
Yes. Only because she wants to be the fairest. One track mind. I don't know. Smash.
She scares me, but I'll smash. Let's find out.
Let's pass. Let's skip on the animals. Megara. Or Megara? Megara.
From Hercules.
Yeah.
Smash.
She's sassy. I'll smash
She's
her.
so sassy. I love her.
Stitch. An animal.
No.
Oh, he's
Pass.
too cute. He's too cute. Rapunzel?
No. Pass. Mandy Moore, she's great, but no. Sorry. Again, it's the gayness for me.
It's
There's-
like
Too
wholesome.
wholesome. There's no. No.
Are you ready? Kronk.
Oh, absolutely smash.
Total smash.
Smash.
Oh, you know what? He might. I wouldn't mind being thrown around.
He's probably one of the few people that's like bigger than you.
Bigger than me. Smash or pass, Captain Hook.
I'm gonna smash because I think he's doing a good thing. I think he's the good guy. I'm gonna smash. I bet he's lonely.
I bet he is too, but I bet a lot of these are because they're bitter queens. But like,
No, I will.
if he's the good guy,
will.
that turns him off.
I will. I think if you take off that outfit, he looks like the other Captain Hook. That's why.
Ooh, Captain Hook from the TV show. Smash that one. Belle.
Pass. Boring. No, thank you.
I mean, I don't.
Nah.
I'll smash her.
Sure.
She's smart. She's clever. Moana.
Oh, I love her. But she's too young for me to comment. I don't like
Fine.
her.
I haven't seen it, but I heard it was good, and
You need to be watching more Disney in your life. That's such a great
I'm
film.
sorry, I'm such an incomplete gay.
Incomplete geek.
Incomplete geek. What's wrong with me in the title of this podcast today? Anyway.
Today.
Frollo. The evil Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, no, I'm not.
No.
Pass.
The religious thing turns me right off.
I quite like to get him to the point where he wants to and admits it.
And then you're like,
And I'll be like,
ew.
I think you. No.
Gross.
No.
You should have told
You're
me
a terrible
sin.
person. No. But now you know you're gay, so deal
Yeah.
with that.
Go pray to your...
God, I'm awful. Anyway,
Yeah, terrible.
pass.
Smash or pass, Ratigan.
Oh my god, yes!
I'd smash that.
If I was a cartoon mouse, absolutely. Or rat, I don't mind. I think rats are cute.
Cartoon rodent, yeah.
Absolutely.
Smash or pass, Yzma.
I love her. Yes.
Love her.
Yeah.
I'll smash it.
If she wants, I love her. I think she's one of my favourite characters.
Smash
She
it.
is my icon on Disney Plus. That's who I.
Oh, really?
That's who I am.
That's fantastic. Mine, of course, is Gambit.
Oh.
Ow. Ow. Of course. Smash or pass, Hades.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're
I-
hesitating.
I will.
It's a bit of a... Yeah. I'll smash it, but there's a bit of neurotic energy that I might...
No, again, I can't separate him too much from James Woods, and I don't know James Woods.
Oh, yeah.
is quite problematic because he's drawn as
Yeah.
James Woods, but Hades himself, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
okay.
my god, yeah.
Mulan.
Yes, please, thank you.
Smash.
Smash. And this is the point where I mention, which I don't know if I mentioned on this podcast before, but Ming-Na Wen follows me on Twitter.
Oh, fantastic.
That's one of her bots. Signed her up to follow me 5-10 years ago, and I think she still follows me on Twitter.
Little does
So
she know.
please tweet at Nick Baker Geek and express your love for Ming-Na Wen because she is brilliant. I love Mulan and all of her various other characters as well.
I wish a famous person would follow me on anything.
She's the only one I've got.
The only one.
And she's great. I'm super happy if that's the only celeb I get. It's Ming-Na Wen.
Yeah, but you've got other mentions, if they're not followers, from Jerry Ryan.
I got a like from Jerry Ryan.
There you go. That's good. Hercules.
Yeah, sure.
I would.
I don't want to date him, but I'll absolutely smash him. He's hot.
Yeah, he's good.
Not interesting, but hot.
Not interesting. I totally agree. Tiana.
Oh, from Princess
and the Frog.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, I would.
Please say her boyfriend is there.
I don't know. Are they?
Oh my god. He may be the hottest prince.
Elsa.
I
wouldn't. That's fine.
Nah, I don't think anyone needs that. Pass.
I don't think anyone needs that thought either.
She doesn't need it. I don't need it.
No. Gaston.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. He's again a terrible person. I don't want to date him. But
no.
Smash.
But he's a terrible person. He's not interesting, but smash it. So that similarity with Hercules, but also a dick.
One's boring, one's a dick. Yeah.
Yeah. Ariel.
I love her, but I don't want to.
I don't know. I don't.
She's 16 years old.
Oh,
I'm not a child anymore.
I was thinking about that. Yeah. But,
she was also a fish and a woman. So, and there's not a lot. I love her, but there's not a lot going for her.
You might like that. Yeah.
that works for me. So I will pass respectfully.
I'll pass as well. Yeah. Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Big brute. Yeah. Sure.
Giant thing. Yeah. Absolutely. Smash.
Smash. Maui from Moana. Maui, he's like the legend of this one.
But
here.
The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock. Yeah.
He's called Maui.
Isn't he based on the legend?
I don't. That name doesn't sound right, but okay.
That's what it says here.
But yes, smash.
Smash. Aladdin.
Oh my god. Yes, please.
Smash.
Sexual Awakening.
Cinderella.
Pass.
Flynn Rider. Wait, was he the? Oh yeah. He's
Entangled.
Tangled.
I'm gonna pass.
Bit of a drip. I still smash it because I like that.
He's super pretty, but no, I'm not bothered.
I'm a bit partial to the fair hair.
He's got brown hair.
Yeah, but it's not dark. That's the point.
Oh.
Fair hair.
Moving
on. Running out of.
We're ending on Flynn Rider.
No.
One more.
Pocahontas.
Oh, she's so beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's do it. Again, I think she's a little bit too perfect.
I know, she's like outdoorsy as well. Like
that. The way she runs and...
Yeah, she's athletic. Oh, yeah, smash it.
And have you seen, like, the woman who did the voice for Pocahontas as well?
No.
In the real life. Oh my... She's done.
Yeah.
Like, she is Pocahontas. She looks like Pocahontas. Stunning.
Okay. 2 more.
Okay.
Cusco.
Pass.
Human and llama version. Pass.
Pass to both. Cusco, again, as we said, it's like my least favorite part about that show.
Yeah. And the last one we're gonna end on smash or pass. Quasimodo.
Oh no! What happened to Triton, Zeus? We got none of these. Ending on Quasimodo.
I'm sorry, they're not in the top 60 Disney characters of all time.
Quasimodo is?
Quasimodo, yeah, he's like 58.
No. Pass. I'm ending on a pass.
Pass.
I don't like ending on a pass.
Who did we miss out? Please call right in. Triton?
Please tell us which Disney character of all time you would most like to smash. That'd be great
we can
to
think of
find out.
Triton, we missed. Zeus, I guess we missed.
Robin Hood.
Yes.
I think there's a load we're missing. So if you do listen to this and have a Twitter, please tweet us. I'd love to know.
Yes, I would as well. I might even follow you on Twitter. The thing is, like, I know that like it's to promote yourself. We should always talk about tweeting us and getting in touch. But I really do want to know. There's such a breadth of characters to choose from. We surely missed one, and I want to know who we missed.
I'd
Who
love
would you
to.
smash?
I'd love to know who you'd like to smash, who you thought about smashing as a kid. If you have gifts or anything like that, like rude jokes about them, I would love nothing more than to find out.
Get
Please,
Aladdin.
at least one person tweet me.
I'll follow you and tweet you from.
I don't think they'll fall for that. But yeah, that'd be great.
But yeah, it is good fun to talk about, and I want to know what we could continue talking about it, but we must end it there.
Yes, like and subscribe.
Give us a like if you enjoyed this. Let us know in the comments below. Wait, there's no comments. Let us know by
Give us a lovely review.
Give us a subscribe us on Apple Podcast or Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Leave us a review. Give us a 5-star review. Follow us both on Instagram and or Twitter. You can follow Nick at Nick Baker Geek on Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram at John Marks. That's JONMARX. So yes, thank you for listening. This has been Incomplete Geeks. We are not complete geeks,
but we're working on it.
And thank you for listening. Catch you next time.
Bye.